venue. The home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Tennessee Titans. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. This is Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. At the 24-yard line. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. And it's 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill rolling to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards that time. Josh Jacobs. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Carr, a quick throw, it's complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 2nd and goal at the Titans' 2-yard line. Jacobs. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And Carr's going to keep it himself. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterbacks, so they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. Ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Titans.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, it's Henry. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Henry again on 2nd down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Another dollar, baby.
Picked off at the 23. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Carr now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Push him back. Push him back. Hey, one set.
Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Now Carr. This goes out wide for Drake. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Check right 27. Check one. Raider one. Check curls. Check curls. Check curls. Hey, alert 3. Alert. Kill. 27. Mike 27. Go, go, go.
Carr now on 1st down. And trying to get it to runs, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
2nd and 2. On play action. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Raider 1. Hey, check Mike 27. Check. Express. Check Mike, check Mike. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. We want this.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. First down Raiders. Carr to Waller. Now a play fake. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
Flushed out right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Silver. Mike 27, Mike 27. All day.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Bud Dupree able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff to Henry. Room here to run. Derrick Henry all alone. Fights through him. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Titans. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact. But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Mike 27, Mike 27. Pick up the ball.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
To throw, it's Carr. Escaping, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taken from just outside the 30. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium in Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Wide, get wide. Under 10, 10. Switch it. Hey, Raider 2. Mike 27.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Henry. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
A 2-yard gain on the play. It is 3rd down.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
This is taken at the 10. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr eluding the pressure right. But I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Throwing now is Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
First down. 1st and 10.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
With about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
After the run, Tannehill going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 17. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the
blitz coming, and down he goes. Corey Littleton, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. They snap it to Tannehill, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal, and the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now Carr. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 37 yards. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, check Mike. 734.
Carr now on 1st down. That's caught by Waller out left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Flushed out right. They've got his man, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gap.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st down, Tennessee.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 140 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
And the Titans 1st down.
Derrick Henry. And some space here. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Raiders 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
From the 39, Carr. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Check, 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 check. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Watch the run, watch the run. 93. 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Watch the slam.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. 1st down and much more for Henry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Man, 216 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Henry on 1st down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. Pushes him over. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion.
1st down, Tennessee.
A handoff, running left, Henry. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 36 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
42. Raiders 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One final try now for Carr. Being chased out left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play.